Python input, output and import. We know that each and every programming language, we are supposed to have some input statements to take data from the environment, from the keyboard, from the users who are interacting with the application, and we should produce some output. After processing the input, we should produce some output in some representable form. So how to get this input from the keyboard and produce output for the visualization to the users in Python, we are going to discuss that one in our respective video. So what about import? Sometimes we believe on the reusability of our programming code. We shall divide our program, a large program, into smaller modules, and those modules will be reused by the other Python codes by importing those modules in their respective code there. So let us go for the discussion. So some of the functions like our input function and print functions are widely used for standard input and output operations respectively. When our program goes bigger, it is a good idea to break it into different modules for the easy understanding, for the easy debugging and for the easy handling of our code. For the ease of program development, definitions inside a module can be imported to another module or the interactive interpreter in Python. And we use the import keyword to import that external module to the current code. So to have a better idea, let us go for one practical demonstration where we shall be showing you that how to take inputs, how to put the outputs on the screen, and how we are going to import our modules in our current code. So here is the demonstration for you.
We are going to discuss the print function and its usage. To print a sentence or to print a variable value on the screen, we use the method print. So print this sentence is output to the screen here. So if I go for the execution, you can find that this sentence is output to the screen. A is equal to 5, and here we are writing the value of A is equal to A. So now this 5 has got printed. And if we go for this print 1, 2, 3, 4, so print is producing the outcome as 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way. Now see, if I go on writing this one as A, this value of A is plus A, it will produce one error message because A is of the type of integer, it is not of string. So it can be done in this way, that is A, str A, that means we are converting this A to the string type, and then we are going to print that one as this. So that is another way to print the same. Otherwise, the simple syntax is this one. This is a simple syntax. You can find that this print and this print, they are coming, and the outcome is coming in the two separate rows. But if I want to print this one in the same row in which it got printed, in that case I shall have to write here is equal to end is equal to this. That means the string which is having one default /n, that is a new line character as the trailing new line character by default. So I'm just replacing that one using null. So now what will happen, these two lines will get printed in the same row. So now if I put this one as this, so you can find that the outcome is coming something like this one. Otherwise, if you don't mention any end here, then they will get printed in separate lines. Print 1, 2, 3, 4 and separated here is star. So print 1, 2, 3, 4 separated here is star. So it will print as 1, start 2, start 3, start 4 and this way. So here we have given the separator. If you give the separator as comma, you see that they will get separated by this comma and blank space if it is so. So they will get separated in this way. So separated is actually indicating that what character you are supposed to get within the variables or the values going to get printed using the print statement. Here we are having this hash as the separator and end with this ampersand. So here this hash, as we saw before, that this is a separator and this ampersand is coming as the respective end one. So that's why it is getting printed in this way. Okay, next one. I love, this is my placeholder, and the placeholder number is 0 and the placeholder number is 1. Here this bread will be the will be at the 0th place, will be replacing the 0th placeholder, and this butter will be replaced as the 1 placeholder. So you can find that it is coming, it is producing the output something like this. So I love one and 0. So here we are having the same. So I love butter and bread in this way. It is by default. It will be taking this one. Need not to mention any kind of placeholder here. So you can find that both the strings are getting printed accordingly. Here we have passed this bread at first, then butter. So bread is coming down here and butter is coming down here. So now here you see this is my bread. So this bread is at the 0th place, so it will be coming down here, and butter is the first. So if it is at the 0th place, it is at the index 1. So this here, the butter will be coming here accordingly. So you can find that how these respective placeholders and the respective values are getting related in this way. So we can get the idea that without mentioning any placeholder number, if you can just mention them, so both these two lines will produce the same output as well. Both these two lines will produce the same output, but in this case bread will be at the 0th index. So here the placeholder 0 will be taking this bread, and this butter is at the index number 1. So that's why it will be taking at the placeholder 1. It will be replacing the placeholder 1. So in this way the outcome is getting deferred. Next, how to take input from the keyboard. In that case, we can use the input method. We can use the input method here. So using this input, and there is a prompt we are having, and using this input we are getting the value from the keyboard as input, and that will be assigned to X, and input returns the value in the terms of a string. So let us go for this. So I'm just putting this one 100. So we can find that enter any number. So this prompt has come. I put this 100. So print X is printing this one as 100. This X is actually getting this one in the type of string. So input returns string here. So now we can go for this. If you go for this Y, if I want to convert it to this integer, I can do that one. In that case, the typecasting is required. The respective method, conversion method from string to integer will be required here. So I'm making this one as 100. I'm giving this one as 200. You can find that this 100 and 200 will get printed. I'm just replacing it by Y. So the 100 is nothing but here string, and this 200 is nothing but here integer, because we have done the typecasting accordingly using the method int. So now if we go for the addition, if you go for the print, if you go for this X plus Y, then obviously it will produce some error message, because we are trying to do string plus integer. So that is a type error. So I want to convert it. I should be converting this one to integer. So now if I go for the addition, you can find that I'm getting here 300 as usual. Otherwise, if I convert it to the string, the other integer one, if you convert it to the string, then algebraic addition will not take place, but string concatenation will take place. You see, the string concatenation has taken place. So in this way, you can use the input function to take the values from the input from the keyboard, and default output argument for this input function will be string. Next one, we are having this import. So import math. So mainly done at the top of the program. So this math module we have imported, and later if you want to access this pow, so pow means power. So math.pow we can access, and that is intx, 2. So in this way it will make this one as that is x to the power of 2 in this case. So if I make this x is equal to say 100, if I make this one, so here I'm getting this 100 to the power of 2, that is a 1000. We are getting this one as 10,000. So that is my math.pow. So this math is nothing but one module, and the module will be imported by the keyword import, and later this pow method, which is defined in this module math, can be accessed using that is a math.pow, and this is my respective first argument, it is the second argument, and it is working as first argument to the power of second argument. So as the value of x here is 100, so I'm getting the 10,000 as output. And also you can find that this pow is returning a value of the type of float. So pow is returning a value of the type of float. So if you give 10 here, I'm getting 100 as outcome. So here we have discussed a lot on this print, on this input, and also on this import. Thanks for watching this video.